Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment in the Quickview series. This one, is this going to be another instance of Icarus attempting to fly too close to the sun? Because today we have that guy. Today we have the fake Baja Claw. The fake Baja Claw. This is not the first fake Baja Claw that we've tested, but must you? Look, we're going to chime 26. And whenever you're ready, like it just goes and goes. And he's done. We're testing a fake Baja Claw, and that's tough because of the RC 4-wheel drive X2 SS tires. It's kind of a two-way tie at the top for me between the Baja Claw and the Baja MTZ. It's Mickey Thompson all the way down. It seems like my favorite RC 4-wheel drive tires are, of course, X2 SS and Mickey Thompson's, but the Clone Hyrax, terrible, almost across the board, with a couple notable exceptions. Clones of scale tires, bad. Why don't they clone like hieroglyphic tires? Clone chisels and hammers and Sedonas. Clone those, because they will most likely work better, because we don't have to rely on a real world pattern. So this is, as claimed on the side, rock terrain crawler tires. That opens you up to a whole range of tests. 1.9 MT, 120 by 44, 1.9. They are the traditional low-cost variety. These are full-blown, again, we bring up our RC 4-wheel drive, sofa cushion foams. I would call, this is just below a hard foam. This is a medium hard, because we have definitely experienced some foams from, again, RC 4-wheel drive, absolutely as hard as stone. But because we are a normal size, quote unquote normally, class 2 size, no ribbing, no belting, a nearly 3 millimeter thick carcass, but the little tap, that means the sidewalls are sticking together. It means it might actually be a tire. And because it is that size, you can slap a Canyon Custom in it. 2 wraps of fridge mat around a Tim 10 inner. Please don't ask me where to find Tim 10 inners, because if I knew, I would be buying them. They have become absolutely unobtainium within about 6 months of the recording of this video. But they slap right in. The rubber smells like rubber. It smells like a tire store. They smell like absolute rubber. If there is a compound involved here, I would be as surprised as anyone. These are definitely not bubble juice required. I feel like I haven't had to open up the bubble juice to assist in the mounting of a tire in some great long time, which is ultimately sad. I mean, the halves, because the bead lip is so large and the carcass is so thick, there's no cross tightening required. You just go in a circle. It don't matter. They feel like $20 a set tires is what they feel like. And that's kind of the whole reason we're here, because we're constantly questing to find that $20 a set tire that works. Because there's too long of a list of tires out there that are $60, $70, $80 a set. And like, as wiser men before me have said, what are we doing? Is 119, it's 120. So, you know, right in and around that 4 3/4, about 2 millimeters shy. Width-wise, though, no truth in advertising, a full 50, which is, that's pretty far off from a Mark 44. Now, on these, maybe, unusable though, absolutely unusable. So, In to every life, some rain must fall. Class 2 tire guy, because we're right in the heart of Class 2. I will say, I believe that tires do a lot of work at the shoulder. And these actually, see how they dip? They dip like that on the stock foams too. But that's probably okay. I think shoulders high and belly low is probably a better formula than domed all the way over. One of the greatest detractions from the great rupture is that it is very domed off. And why has the megalithic from J Concepts basically rendered the rupture obsolete? Because it doesn't have that dome over on the top, so it doesn't have that shoulder weakness. This tire should not have that shoulder weakness either. Boom, boom. It comes up like a cat's ear on both sides. Let's give it a... It's not the worst we've heard, but it's bad. Are these going to be a sit and spin? I mean, would anyone with prior knowledge of the tire test protocol, would anyone be surprised if these were terrible? I wouldn't. They look the part. They look like Baja Claws. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to comfort him in advance, because I believe that our man Baseline is going to have another one of those days. I hope that it's not a Rollometer day. Oh, but it may well be. The 10 stations of the Canyon Class 2 Tire Test Protocol. Fake Baja Claws. Is it even possible to get our hopes up even a little? Welcome out onto the course, everybody. 64, 18, 90. 90% humidity. I'm feeling it. 64 degrees, overnight low of 57. You're going to have to do your own math on that one. And today, the daytime high around 2, 3 p.m. will undoubtedly be into the triple digits, over 100 degrees, which means we will have a 40-degree swing day. How do you dress for a 40-degree swing day? You don't. You don't. You become a desert person and you acclimate to it. Okay, that's all right. Hey! You know, sometimes there are those days. Sometimes there are those days. A decent start at Slick Rock is not bad. Those high shoulders are pirate shipping all day. Look at that. Don't get me wrong. This is not great, but it's also not abjectly terrible. Oh, fake Baja Claw, fake Baja Claw. You've got an opportunity to indict the industry again. You're looking like an industry indictment. Also, you can tell by the tone of my voice, fun times. We had a real Starsky chirping tire. It's kind of climbing up rocks. Baja Claw. Very noisy. Get it. Get it. Left out on their own. Let's see if we can I just trying to get around the side. They've got that fallback. They've got that drift back that we would come to expect from a tire that isn't top of the pile. But Baseline is excited. I'm excited. Like, this is pretty okay. 9.4. 9.4 easily. And if taking in high 9.4, taking into account the fact that these are probably around under $25 a set, if we're talking right day on Amazon, lucky seller on AliExpress, Like, already now, it might just fall apart on us, but at this point, I would say, at the very least, worthy of consideration. Now, I mean, let's be fully honest. This is not all wins. The included foams are inarguably terrible. So that has to be factored in. They're not really $25. When the Tim Tams are or were available, we're talking $20 a set. So you're looking at $45 all in. That won't get you 4 tires from other places, but you can get into 4 tires for in that $50 range, give or take. And they will indeed come with foams that are serviceable. We got pretty close to a cutback right there. And I tried to just let go and let gravity, but it was not happening. Another one, where the carcass is of a thickness that would make you go, oh, that's not gonna do it. These tires, I don't want to damn them with faint praise by saying, well, they're not terrible. Is this, there we are again, don't do it again. Is this J Concepts Green? Is this Louise Super Soft? Is this Vex? No, right? No. But I have an appreciation on its own level for a tire that can do the thing regardless of the compound from which it is made. Because that means that the tire itself is doing the heavy lifting and it's not compound based. That's where the Canyon Trail sings a song so sweet that the old RTR and the S1 compounds from Traxxas are not. Like, they are do-it-all basher compounds. The fact that they can do what they do is impressive based on that. I was thinking 9.5, and then I felt a little generous because I would say high 9.4, but I think it's Slick Rock it was high 9.4. So I'll go 9.4 there, 9.5 here, we kind of even it out. I am surprised most pleasantly. I had these pegged as a 91. 91, but somewhere between a 91 and a 92. The feel of them and the look of the tread, I thought they were going to be bad, but unremarkably so. Fall into that middle death zone of tires that are not just promptly, but instantaneously forgotten. Once I remove the 24 screws to take the beadlocks apart, I don't think about them again. You've got to be spectacular, or what's the opposite of spectacular? You got to be famous or you got to be infamous. You have to be renowned for the right or the absolutely wrong reason. Righteous ardor. Boom Racing Hustler. Remo Hobby 1093. That's way down there. That's as low as it goes. That's sub-basement. Then you've got megalithics and sedonas and chisels and, the other end. It gets hazy in the middle. It's going to. These are, for what they are, it startles me that these are doing fake tusk level work right now. I did not see this coming at all. And once again, We're right between a 94 and a 95. Like, I would call it a 9.45. So for this one, we'll round down. And we'll see if on the next one we round up or we round down. We'll just keep bouncing back and forth like that. So far, these are blind squirrels, man. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. There's nothing remarkable about the compound at all. Look at that. You've got to be joshing me. Cleaned it on the first one. We'll do a shuttle. Stay up, stay up. Oh, man. They're a little weak on the finish. Come on, stay in focus for me, don't. It didn't like that glint off the windshield. That hop is right in the spot. It's got that lot of chevron. You're gonna mess up my math. Little drop, still in control. We're in a little hole, kind of burn our way out of it. That's pretty much like a 9.7 performance, and I don't know what I'm seeing here. Like, this is, I mean, it's past just simply surprising. For this tire to go 9.5, 9.4, 9.5, 9.4, 9.7, nah. I can't. It's too early. It's too early. That was almost straight on. Oh, they've got a little bit of the maneuverability. Those high pointy shoulders. Is it the pointy shoulder? I feel like it's the pointy shoulders. They are getting into those fenders. Oh, man. Get over. Another one. Here's the thing. Am I choosing this for my pure rock crawling machine? No. But I'm not putting $25 tires on that regardless of how good they might be relative to other $25 tires, except with the exception of the Injora S4 comp pin. I'll put those on most anything, and they're catch of the day? Maybe. Could be. These are surprising to a delightful level, truly. Because these will, I feel confident, take the new top spot for price performance ranking. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to best the S4 comp pin at that. But they are so far really genuinely surprising. Look at this pull. We're going to flop? Heck no, techno. Just all the way around. Just all the way around. I'm gonna go 9.7 again. 45477. I'm building a phone number. We're building a 10-digit phone number. 45477. Never could I have imagined. I will confessedly try every manner and mode of mnemonic device to avoid carrying pen and paper. Oh, it's just good. It's like we're getting into The tire and the insert are coming into agreement. This one goes right up that list of, do you have a rig that is full multi-use? I put these right alongside Power Hobby Defenders, right alongside Louise Gravel Stage. I don't think I would put these if it's a if all you do is crawl rocks. You can get more. You'll spend more money, but you can get more. Ah, it's real solid. And there's all that chevron. A big amount of chevron and a nice pointy shoulder. It's got a bit of a kick, but yeah, you can see that, get that hop in. But you need a real, we get a little, whoop. Pretty predictable. It's gonna confuse me again. I'm trying to mentally visualize. 4, 5, 4, 7, 7, 7, 6. 4, 5, 4, 7, 7, 3, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6. Oh man, anything I can do to not write it down. Maneuverability is good. Again, real pointy shoulder. Will that translate? They're sharp. We'll go for a catch. Right there, right in the spot. If these do, what do we got on the whip? Give it I want a full twister. It's almost too much. Shoulder too sharp. Easy. Take it easy. This is. Yeah, I thought they were going to go over way easier. Come on. Yeah. I'd give it a 9.7 self right again. 7767 454 7767. What is it? What is it about our brains, man? You get to those 7 digits? 8 digits? Okay, who am I missing? We should be at 8 digits. All we should have left is surface transition wet. 4, 5, 4, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7. Right? God, I hope so. I hope so. I don't want to cheat it. I've come to a tentative agreement with myself that it is indeed 454 77767. I believe that's what it is. The 6. I knew if I was going to give it a 6, it was going to throw us off. Through the chop. They're a little tall. Close to that proper 4 3/4. Right through that. Nice. Nice! Squeaks back. Comes and it goes. It's a pretty deep hole. That's a big expectation. I realized what it was. I've been having to edit out sneezes through this whole thing. You won't hear any of them because that's how editing works, but my neighbor is like got a little one of those little cobalt, little obnoxious electric leaf blowers, and they're cleaning off their driveway. And I looked at just the right angle and caught the sun, and it's just the sky is dust. It's just dust. It's just allergen planet out here right now. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Nice. That little bit of height. A little bit of height will get you places. To further confuse myself. 454 777 I didn't anticipate a singular 9.7 today. We've got 5 of them. I don't know. Perhaps there is always that possibility that we've gotten real, just as synergistic as it can be. That collaboration of parts and pieces just goes up rocks. We're going to revisit. We're going to see if that initial 9.4 goes up at all. This is, unless these things fall apart when the rock gets wet, this is proper best case scenario stuff. We roll in here at the very end with the unbelievably surprising fake Baja Claw. Yeah, there's something about Slick Rock they just don't particularly like. I don't know if I would change that score. It's that pointy shoulder, that hard pointy shoulder. When you can get that shoulder engaged, the lateral position ability of these is really high. We are sitting on, and I mathed it. I also, did I fix that? Baby, I didn't even remember it was broken. It just kind of puts a lot of water down now. Like a whole lot. That's fine. 86.4. Where do we go from here? So side. I saw a little wishy-washy. Tires are not fully wet yet. We got to swing it around a little bit. I'll stick with it. Gets a little faltery. Yeah, I think they suffer a little bit when wet. We get a little more imprecise. You gotta be more picky in where you're gonna cut it through. You like that? You like that little dance, little swirly dance? So, I mean, the fake Baja Claw ends its day on the test course with the Canyon's least anticipated 95.7, which ties this tire with 2 others. The 1.9 Injora S4 comp pin and the Class 1 Duratrax pivot. There are a lot of tires worse than this. The Reef's Crux is down there quite a bit lower. The Vanquish Falcon Wild Peak is down there. Duratrax Showdowns. A stock uncut Canyon Trail with no modifications and no break-in is a 95.0. I mean, a cut Canyon Trail can get into the 97s. Up there with the 6 gear. But a 95.7 puts this tire in a score tie with the S4 comp pin, and what I would argue as a performance/application tie with the edge to the fake Baja Claw because it looks like a tire. The S4 comp pin then swings it back the other way and says, yes, but my stock foams work. Truth. Truth you're telling, Compen. And then I look back at him and say, yes, but you're a pin. And there are people in this world that will not run a pin simply because it is a pin. And I'm not saying that I don't understand that sentiment. This is the near perfect Class 2 tire test. A 95.7 is not a score to be ashamed of. Not only that, remember when I said it, I don't know if it would beat the comp pin in terms of performance per dollar. Well, it didn't. It tied it with an asterisk because you cannot run the included foams. Discard them into thine nearest ravine. Don't actually throw tires into a ravine. Please don't litter. Repurpose them. Use them as packing materials. They're excellent. If you just grab them and rip them and straighten them out, you can pack things with them. They don't weigh anything. We repurpose. You know, we repurpose. Fake Baja Claw 95.7 might be the most surprising thing that I will encounter in this calendar year. We have now seen, in fairly close proximity to one another, the worst tire ever tested by a fair margin, and the second best? Where is the Fusk? The fake Tusk as tested, I can't remember what insert we had in them, but the fake Tusk as tested scored a 94.8. This is the new fake Tusk. Thick carcass. Looks like a Baja Claw. I mean, a real Baja Claw is in the 97s, but real Baja Claw is going to cost you a lot more to put on the rock. Double, basically. Twice as much. How much are those 2 points worth to you? That is for you to decide. All I know is that the course and Baseline and I have decided that it is a 95.7, and I believe that is a perfectly deserving score. And for any tire that has its name preceded with the word fake, a 95.7 is outrageous. I don't know if there's a clone tire. We don't regard Injora as cloners. They do their own thing. They go their own way now. They've got a couple tires in the 97s, so we don't look at it like that. It's the highest performing clone tire. This is the highest performing off-brand, gibberish on the sidewalls, thick rubber, star-skied like crazy. Still can't believe it. Fake Baja Claw 95.7. Recommended. And please do take into account all of the things. If you cannot, have not, or will not assemble Canyon Customs out of a solid core inner and fridge foam on the outside, and you're fitting it to a vehicle that is significantly heavier or you're significantly lighter than the one before you, which is right between 5.5 and 6 pounds, then I must point out, I believe it is necessary to say your results will almost certainly vary. But I would put these on a trail rig in a second, because 3mm thick rubber and the ability to pull a 95.7, I don't see anything wrong with that. You know what else I don't see anything wrong with? That in between now and when we meet again, you one and all do your very best to have a good morning. We'll see you again here from the Canyon. Baseline with a special treat. The Wolverine, who has tested a couple gnarly ones as of recent, sheds a single tear. And we hope for even better and your return in the next one.